Something was just over there. I don't know what it was. Could have been a frog, could have been a grasshopper, but I heard it. Let's go this way. How about we gotta turn this watch on? How about that? All right, so gonna do something a little different today and just vlog. We're vlogging 2 things at once. We gotta work out, get this walk in, and I guess talk about what I just don't talk about, huh? So today is September, what's today, y'all? The 25th? Let's see. I really don't know. It's the 26th. It's Monday, September 26th. And this morning when I woke up, I had a dream about my sister Brittany. And the dream just felt so real. I just remember Reese, our other sister, Brittany best BFF. She came to me and she said, "Tay, I know Britta wants you to have this," and she brought me a book, like a journal or whatever, and she was like, "Tay, I know Britt wants you to have this," and it was so real. How he gonna start blowing his grass while I'm trying to talk? Hold on. So now I'm in this space of continuing to navigate my way through grief. And the way that I'm doing that is just trying to authentically be my best self, authentically be my truest self, to share my light and not hide, just like I told her, you know, let your light shine, have those conversations. But one thing we had alike is we don't like nobody in our business unless we invite you in our business. But Brittany was definitely more, way more private than I am. And I love it and I respect it. Because you got to guard your heart. Because everybody don't have pure intentions. But I'm working my way through this grief by finding out my ways that I can honor her. What does that look like for me? What is it that I could do? How can I be a voice to her while I'm still here to a certain extent? And I think that's just a beautiful part of transitioning, is that you have the opportunity to still be a voice, to carry on a legacy for those that you love. And so I'm just trying to do my part in that, because I'm my sister keeper. I am my sister's keeper. The dream was so real because Reese did find something and she was like, "Britt kept this and I got to make sure I give it to you." So it was a piece of like reality that has happened, but not exactly, if that makes sense. And then part of me, I remember saying that it's a journal that I want, because that was just one thing that I've always encouraged her to do, is journal, is write everything down, write how you feeling, when you feel sad, when you having good days, when you feeling lonely, like just journal. And I used to try to push her to tell her story, and it's funny because we both encouraged each other and pushed each other in ways that we probably really didn't realize that we were doing when we were actually doing it. But I just wanted her to be able to live in her light. I wanted her to know that you just as special, or, you know, that your gift is special too, no matter what you're going through, that you still have something to offer. Because she will always encourage me, you know, inspire me, motivate me, like just pump me up as her sis, as her friend. And I would give her back that same, and I would tell her, like, you got power with your words too, and you never know whose life you can impact. You never know who needs that encouragement. It's so many people going through things, and we go through similar journeys, but a lot of us suffer in silence. And to a certain extent, I feel like my sis suffered in silence for a long time. And when she would have those moments where she would be vulnerable and really say, like, and say that she feel alone, it was hard to hear that when there was nothing that you could do about it. And so at the time when she sent me that message just telling me how she felt, it was like the peak of COVID. So this was the point where you couldn't have hospital visitors at all. And so she was in the hospital, and knowing that I couldn't go and physically hug her at a time when I know that she needed it the most, because she's never said that out of 15 plus years of just different battles, longer, even honestly more than that, like, but out of all, the hills and valleys, she never has said that she felt alone. And I could just only imagine, being in the hospital during COVID and not being able to have visitors at all. I was in the hospital for one day and couldn't have visitors, and just you feel a certain type of way. But knowing that there was nothing that I can do, it crushed my heart. And so I got on a plane. I went home, and I was texting her, talking to her like, I'm here. Like, where your window at? Like, I made her take a picture to show me what she see from her window so I could find out where she was in the hospital. And as crazy as it may sound, but I stood outside the hospital and we text, and just, that was all I could do. I honked my horn, like, can you hear my horn? But it was such a hard season for her, and it was such a hard season to see somebody that you love have to endure certain things in life. And it's something that life never prepares you for. Jesus, it's something that life never prepares you for. And I don't talk about my emotions. I don't talk about grief. I just try to endure, suppress, and just deal with things on my own as long as I can. But every once in a while, you have some really special and rare people that come into your life. And the crazy thing is, it's like, it's a certain type of love that doesn't have to be earned, You don't have to do anything special. You don't have to buy gifts. You don't have to have a certain aesthetic. It's a certain type of genuine love that's rare, that a lot of people don't possess to even give away. And me and Brittany had that. We absolutely had a what's understood don't have to be explained relationship. She understood me to my core, and I understood her. I understood her struggles. I understood her pain. And I knew things that she absolutely wanted, like those heart desires that we don't talk about, that everybody found out at the end, but it's just things that you don't think about.